Hey guy, hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hello.
6 o'clock, right? That was the meeting time.
Perfect timing. Couldn't have been better.
I'm totally out of breath. That was some straight up Iron Chef stuff right there.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Yes.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Murder some cannibal.
Okay, to recap, last time you buried the bodies of the father and the son, and shortly after doing so, you were startled by the sight of a ghostly procession that wound its way out of the graveyard. You took refuge in the church for a night. And during the night, Largo and JR had the most wonderful, peaceful dreams, while Val tried his best not to fall out of the belfry. The next day, you decided to set out on your way to Sarah Pool. Asking Granny for directions, you were able to find your way there. You were directed to the tent of one Madame Ava, who you were told was expecting you. There, she gave you a reading, directing you towards your fate. JR made the acquaintance of one Eliza, who asked him to buy a toy for her niece's upcoming name day. She told you that the best place to find a toy was in Vallaki, but the Vistani were forbidden from entering Vallaki by order of the Baron. Along the way, you crossed a wide bridge spanning a chasm with a waterfall, passed through some more of those creepy gates, thought about entering a windmill, and then encountered a man fighting some wolves. You helped the man, who introduced himself as Vasily Van Holtz, who offered to travel with you to Vallaki. Outside the gates is where we left off. I'm just going to read the description there. The old Svalich road meandered into a valley, watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and to the south. The woods receded, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog pressed up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town a slumber. The dirt road ended at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates were a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled upon them. And that's where we left off.
Well, isn't that cheery?
This is the place that has good toys?
I mean, I'm starting to second guess myself, you know?
Well, maybe we should continue.
Well, I guess. I guess it's too late for us to turn back.
Come, friends. There's nothing to be afeard of in Vallaki, Vasily says, and he marches up towards the gates. Do you follow?
Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
As you approach the gates, the shadowy figures behind the gates resolve themselves into a pair of guards. Vasily is answering some questions as he's questioned And then the guards turn their attention to you, seemingly done with him. They say, "State your name, occupation, and business in Vallaki."
My name's JR.
Occupation and business in Vallaki. His eyebrows beginning to furrow.
Oh, just adventurers here. Uh, sent out on a little errand, if you will.
You haven't answered my other question.
Hold on. He said occupation and
Oh, sorry, and
state
business.
of it.
Okay, I didn't realize that adventurers was your answer. And neither did he, apparently. Uh, what sort of errand do you have?
Well, was gonna purchase a toy for some kid in Barovia.
The city?
Yes, sir.
He seems pleased by that and turns his eyes to Holland. Name, occupation, and business in town.
My name's Holland. I am also an adventurer, and I am also on a quest to get a toy for a child from Barovia.
He looks to Largo.
Oh, hey, hi, hello. The name is Largo. I'm a healer, and he does like a flourish of spare the dying or something to show magic out of his hands. And I'm here to help anybody in need. Searching for a saint if you have a saint.
Hold on. St. Andrew's Church looks over our hill.
Yes, that might be exactly who I'm looking for.
They seem suspicious, but move on to Val.
I'm Philadrius. I'm kind of just a
Are
free
you sure about
spirit.
that?
Well, I mean, I was before.
You didn't
Why do you
sound
ask?
sure.
Oh, that's a pretty good point. I guess I'll have to think about that. But I guess you could say I'm here for toys.
Could say, are you here for toys?
Well, I thought my name was Val before I got here, and now you're making me rethink it all.
It seems highly suspect. You didn't even say what your occupation is.
Oh, yeah, that would be free spirit. I kind of just go where the wind blows me.
One of the guard who hasn't been speaking leans over and he's like the Vistani. I don't know if we should let his kind in here. You know how the Baron feels about Vistani.
Could we hear that?
Oh, definitely.
Oh no, he's definitely not Vistani. He's actually my bodyguard. As a healer, I can't really defend myself very much, so he helps me out.
Let me get a deception check from you, Largo. Your lies will not benefit you. Truth now, or be forever barred from Vallaki.
Okay, honestly, he's an adventurer. We do travel together. I mean, He's not my bodyguard, but he does help defend me.
Well, I mean, I do my best. I do try.
The one that hasn't been asking the question goes, I think he's just stupid. Is that a he? I don't know. All right, adventurers. One final question. What do you feel about the devil, Strahd?
Uh, I think he's extremely creepy and rude, and
They're kind of
very
nodding their
impulsive.
heads a little bit.
Bad. Yeah, bad.
Yeah, definitely a curse on this town or Barovia. You know,
The town.
uh, I meant Barovia, not the city, but the country.
Okay. And you, free
The most
spirit?
awful and creepy being I have ever encountered. If I've encountered him, I don't know, not a fan.
That is acceptable. They both seem very pleased by your answers, and they will motion to someone out of you to start raising the gates. But before they let you in, they are going to give you a briefing on Vallaki law. The mention of the name Strahd is strictly illegal, even in written form. If he must be referred to, the devil is a commonly accepted term. This town holds weekly festivals to promote merriment and to honor the burgomaster, Baron Vargas Valakovich. As guests, you will not be required to assist in the preparation of these festivals, but attendance and participation is mandatory. The next festival will be the Festival of the Blazing Sun, to be held in 5 days' time in the town square. Failure to comply with any of the Vallakian laws will brand you as criminals and will lead to punishments in accordance with the local justice system, including imprisonment in the stocks and, in extreme cases, exile. Any questions?
Oh, seems pretty reasonable.
Sounds good to me. Thank you for informing us.
Yes, sir.
Move along, citizens. Vasily, who's kind of been rocking on his heels waiting for y'all to get through, and he goes, Well, I'm off to attend to my business. If you need to find me, you can find me at the Blue Water Inn later today. JR, Largo, Holland, you are all getting kind of cranky. You're kind of thinking about, man, wish I could get a pie. As your stomachs rumble.
Are we alone now?
Vasily has taken off, and y'all are kind of standing on the other side of the gates.
But like not within earshot of the guards or anything?
You can certainly be further from them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we are Largo, he jerks around and goes, "Okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. I, I was told to find a saint, and that what I what I was seeking would be there, but that they've been corrupted, and that I would need magic to put it to rest and destroy some unholy creations."
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's a lot to take in, man. Where'd you hear all this?
And so like 2 years ago at the gate.
Okay.
Well, I don't
But
see
before
why I
that,
couldn't help.
pie.
Sorry, Largo, you kind of cut out
Don't
there.
we have some still with us?
I said, but before that, I need some pie. I got a grumbly in my tumbly, and if I don't get some fucking pie, I might eat somebody's arm. Oh,
Do I still have pie left in my bag?
You probably do, since Val gave you a whole pie that you haven't touched yet.
I'll nibble on the one that I have in my inventory.
You start to feel better immediately, Holland. Just some of the titchiness that was accosting you kind of abates, and you had a little case of the hangries.
I got a question though, Rebecca,
Mm-hmm.
because we were compelled to eat in the last game, and I know Dylan wasn't here, but his character wouldn't he have had the same compulsion?
Yeah, I would say he would have nibbled on it a little bit.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna break up my pie.
Pie's delicious.
I'm gonna split it with Largo.
Okay.
Much appreciated, friend.
So y'all both get half of a pie. Holland, I would say you still have one serving left after this one. And then JR and Largo, same thing, one serving left.
Okay.
Okay.
Aren't those getting kind of stale?
I mean, it's only like a day or two old.
I mean, pie's pie, man. Don't judge.
I guess that's fair.
I mean, it's really good pie. I mean, if you'd have tried it, you'd know. But I get it. You don't like meat.
So there seems to be one road kind of leading through this town current that you're on. It's mostly residential right here. Um, but further up the road, you do see the steeple of a church rising out up over the other buildings.
What direction is the steeple?
It's on the northern side of this road. Northeast. It's east from you, but on the northern side of the road.
I mean, we don't have to go right now, guys. But I just wanted to let y'all know that we're not, or I'm not leaving this town until I go there.
Oh no, that's fine. It would be a waste of a trip if we didn't at least stop by and take care of business.
The sun is starting to set.
Maybe we should find a place to rest up.
I'm good with that.
Sounds good to me.
Continue to follow the road into town.
Sure thing.
Okay, so you pass the walls of this church on your left as you continue further into town. It's quite a burgeoning burg here. Lot of houses, a lot more occupied than the lonely streets of Barovia. You see people, mostly humans, dark-haired, sallow-skinned, going about their day-to-day lives. On this main road, the next building you come upon is the Blue Water Inn. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens are perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
Hold on, I thought you said it was gray water in.
Blue.
I heard blue.
JR's colorblind.
And deaf.
He can't be deaf, he's a bard. I said gray smoke. Maybe you mixed up the two.
Oh, okay. Looks fine to me. Here we go.
Inside, this seems to be a main gathering place for locals, as there's quite a few people inside. There's a gentleman behind the. Hold on, lost my spot. There's a gentleman behind the bar, serving patrons. There's let's see, just came in off the road. ACND. There's damp cloaks hanging from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs, with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall, under which a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hang above the bar and resting on the table, bathe the room in a dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf's heads mounted on wooden plaques. As you watch, the man behind the bar retreats into the kitchen and a woman comes out. Two boys, young, are scampering about underfoot between the two of them. There's a few patrons scattered about the room, and two men that are dressed in thick wolf furs. Two men that are just obviously brash and drunkards, as they're loud and sloshing wine over the tables. There's a half elf sitting by himself, dressed colorfully. Um, you see him gather up some brightly colored balls, begin to approach the different tables and regale them with different stories as he juggles these brightly colored balls. And that is it in this room.
You said there was two men sitting in fur coats, slightly drunk.
No, those are separate men. The drunks are separate from the guys in furs.
Okay. I'll go up to the guys in furs. Hey, was wondering if I could ask you a quick question. Would y'all know a guy named Luvash?
No, I'm not aware of this name. Aha. They kind of look at each other and just kind of furrow their brows, and they're like, "No, I don't think I've heard of Luvash. You said it was."
Yeah. Luvash. Sorry, I don't mean to be so rude. My name's JR, and he'll extend his arm. Extend his.
Okay. The first guy, the one that's been speaking, Soldar Soldarovich, and my taciturn friend here is Yevhengy Krushkin. Yevhengy kind of nods his head at you. You see, they've both got weapons leaning up against the walls, a bow and a sword. If you are looking for a guide, well, we can offer you our services.
Should be help.
A guide to the town?
To all of Barovia. It's foolish to travel at night, though, they say, kind of looking out the window.
Yeah. I think we've gotten that much.
Yuvengi kind of laughs, a little horse laugh. If there is nothing else, he says, kind of quirking an eyebrow at you.
That was just mainly it. I mean, I do appreciate the services you offered. Uh, we might take you up on that.
You can find us here most evenings. Yeah, here. And they're gonna go back to their mugs. Was everybody following JR, or were y'all going to different spots?
I was following JR.
I'd probably be checking on a room.
So you approached the lady behind the bar?
Okay.
That's a question. But that'd
Oh,
probably
well,
be the
it
best
broke
place.
out at the end, so I didn't hear the whole.
Oh, sorry about that. I just asked if you approached her behind the bar. She's probably the most person that looks like she would know.
Okay, yes, then.
She's like, "Oh, strangers." And then the kids kind of almost knock the tray out of her hand. She's like, "Bram, Bray, get back in the kitchen." Hey, children. I'm sorry. Sorry, you're new to Vallaki, I take it?
Absolutely.
You'll probably be needing a room?
And yes.
And your compatriots as well, she says, pointing to your friends out in the bar.
He just nods.
Wonderful. Okay, let's see. 4 of you. It is 2 gold for each night.
All right, let me go talk to them and see what we can rustle up.
Okay.
And then I'll go to the group and start talking to them about it.
Okay. Oh, I'm just
so they have the rooms for us. It'll cost 2 gold.
I don't have anything on me. I don't mind sleeping outdoors.
Maybe let me talk to her. Maybe I could bring the prices down just a smidge.
Let me check my wallet.
I'll go up to the lady.
She kind of raises an eyebrow at you. And then somebody from later, one of the drunkards in the room goes, "Hey, I'm empty over here." She kind of gets this little annoyed look on her face. She's like, "I'm coming, Nikolai. You can wait. Or do you have a hole in your foot?" Go ahead, dear.
Hey, we're passing through town and all. Was wondering if maybe we could or maybe if I could work for the tavern to earn a night's stay.
She kind of purses her lips. Make a persuasion check. In the right room. Reroll it in the dice
I might
room,
be able to.
please.
Oh, I might be able to provide some entertainment. Also,
In the dice room.
in the dice room.
Don't you mock me, son. Alright.
Dice room, dice room, dice room, dice room.
And rocks fall and JR dies. Okay, so she kind of purses her lips and she goes, well, I do have some work if you're interested. We're running short on our wine. We usually get our delivery once a season, but our latest shipment is more than a week late, and our supplies are running dry. My husband, Erwin, has family at the winery, but he and his father are not on the best of terms. So he hasn't sent anybody to ask about the wine, and nobody sent anything over here. If you investigate, I can tell you where to find the winery.
Oh, I would be more than happy, for a night's stay at least, here, at this wonderful establishment.
She seems to be mulling it over, and as she's doing so, the gentleman you had saw at the bar originally comes back out, and she goes, and he goes, "Danica, my love, you're not charging these newcomers for rooms, are you?" And she looks slightly annoyed, and she's like, "Well, my darling, we do have to make money." And he goes, "No, no, no, we don't need to charge. First night is on us. You do have to pay after that, though." She kind of sighs and she's like, "Okay." You can tell she's definitely annoyed by her husband's generosity. And she says, "You will look into what I asked you about, though, right?"
Um, I didn't even get your name, ma'am.
"Oh, pardon me. Danica Martikov." And these two hellions, as the two little boys run out again, are my sons, Bram and Bray. And of course, you have met my husband. Wow, I just blinked. Sorry, guys. My husband, Erwin.
It's wonderful to meet y'all. My name's JR. This is Holland. I'll point to Holland.
Hello.
Margot, I believe you spoke to,
Yeah.
and Valadrius back there.
Oh, what a pretty girl. And as you're telling the names, she's writing them down in a book, and she puts like in big letters. If you kind of look over the counter, you can see no charge. Like she's really emphasizing that. And then she gives you 4 keys. Your rooms will be upstairs. We also serve food and wine. Though, as I said, the wine is a short supply, so it's a little more pricey than normal.
All right. Quick question though, if you don't mind, and I don't mean to sound rude, but will Erwin, be accompanying us on the way out to the winery?
Why would he? And Erwin's still there, mind you, and she's like, Danica, you didn't get them involved in our business, did you? Well, Erwin, you're not speaking to your father. I figured somebody ought to. He looks annoyed now, and he's like, fine, my love, do as you will. And he heads back to the kitchen. Obviously, he is busy, or we would have gone already, she says, turning to you.
Oh, right. Right. I mean, I understand. I'll be on my way. Thanks again for everything.
Woman, I am thirsty. I'm coming. She shakes her head as she brings a full mug off, moving away.
I take my key and go to my room.
Okay.
If we're staying the night here, I will also go to my room.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. JR, you're the
I'm
only
gonna
one left
stay
in the
down.
common room.
I'm gonna stay downstairs and talk to the drunks.
So you approach their table, and they look you up and down, and they're like, "What is that?" Uh, uh, did I drink too much, or is that cow standing on 2 legs?
Oh, let me tell you something. You are
Oh my God,
definitely
it's
drunk.
talking.
That's not all I can do, and I'll break out Lucifer.
They're just like looking at you like uh, they're just flummoxed.
And I'll start playing You Got a Friend in Me.
Make a performance check. Ooh, that is a pretty good performance check. So, they're kind of tapping their feet, nodding their heads a little bit, and they're like, you're not so bad, cowman. You have a name to go with that loot?
And JR chuckling. Well, my name is JR, and this is my compadre, Lucifer.
The younger of the two is just like, he kind of gives an involuntary chuckle. Well, we are Nikolai and Carl Watcher. Uh, tell us, JR, was it? What brings you to Vallaki?
You said Nikolai and Carl?
Yeah, Carl. With a K.
You just had to make me spell it right. Well, you see, I'm looking for a fellow named Luvash.
My headphones are cutting out. Is anybody talking?
Yeah, Jeremy was just talking.
I can't hear you, Rebecca.
Oh, well, I'm talking. So I think it's your headphones.
Can you hear us? Holland.
Am I back?
Are you? Can you hear?
Yes.
All right, you're back. I forgot where we were. You were talking.
Oh, right. I was asking Nikolai and Carl, the drunks here, who Luvash.
Doesn't sound familiar. Kind of sounds like a Vistana name.
Oh, no. Definitely not him. Not them. Not Vistani.
That is good. Because the Baron does not like Vistani. Oh my gosh, he's crazy. I wish somebody would just free Vallaki from his madness. These festivals are so tiring and you always have to go.
We heard about the Festival of the Sun on the way in. Can you tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about?
Well, we haven't had it yet, but there's a festival every week. This is just the newest one coming up. And Carl's like, and attendance is mandatory. Otherwise, you get thrown in the stocks for malicious unhappiness.
Man, what was that Baron's name again? Uh, Ed something?
Vargas Velakovich.
Vargas, huh?
Yeah, he's the burgomaster here. But enough about that craziness. You come from out of town?
Oh man, yeah. Uh, just adventuring around, singing songs, running errands. Living.
That's awesome. Tell me about your adventures.
How drunk do they look? Just out of. Can I
Maybe.
do like an insight?
That's what I was gonna say. Either insight or medicine.
Cool.
I've definitely got. You can smell the fumes from them. But it's hard to tell whether some of this stuff is the work of alcohol or just their personalities.
Okay, so I tell them this outrageous fucking story about like how we went through this murder house and we ran to chased by ghosts and there was cannibals along the way and we had to fight them off.
Yeah, with your performance check earlier, that is convincing. And they don't. They keep asking you peppering you with questions and asking for more and more stories. You think if you keep answering, you'll be here all night.
Oh no, no. Who else was in this room? The drunks, the two guys in the coats, the lady with the son.
The kids. There was the half elf going around juggling at the different tables, and a few various nondescript villagers.
I'll go to the juggler.
He sees you approaching and he makes an extra special flourish as he brings all the balls back down into his hand. And he goes, "Are you here to see Rictavio's fabulous show?"
And I will gasp and put my hand up under my chin. Rectavio?
The one, the only.
Man, that sounds wonderful. Um, yeah, sure. I mean, maybe we could chat too?
Well, Rictavio doesn't have much to say, but he can certainly tell you some stories.
Yeah. Um, I'm looking for a fellow named Luvash. You ever heard of him?
Hmm. Have you checked the Vistani camp outside of town? That is a decidedly Vistani name.
No. I don't think that's Vistani at all. Um, plus, I don't think we should go there on the account of Baron Vargas.
Oh, yes, that's right. Rictavio is new to Vallaki. He forgot about that.
Oh, that's quite all right, man. I'm quite new myself. Actually, I was been traveling for a couple days now. Barely gotten any sleep. I'm actually heading to bed.
Rictavio kind of looks at him. He's like, that might be where I'm heading as well. I hope you have a great night. And should you be in need of entertainment, Rictavio is always willing to provide. And he flourishes and bows and pulls a plastic flower out of his sleeve.
That was a he just did a magic trick for me.
He sure did.
I will reciprocate the bow, and then when I come back up, again, very surprised. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Have a wonderful evening. And he's gonna, with the flourish, kind of make the balls reappear and start making his way around the tavern. Now, y'all all received keys, but the keys, two of them go to the same room. Um, so it's two of y'all to a room. Um, the rooms. So decide how you want to divide yourselves up. The rooms, they're pretty cozy. They've got beds with matching foot lockers resting in the far corners, and it's about a 15-foot square room. There's woofers heaped atop each bed, and between the beds, there's a lamp sitting on a table underneath a shuttered window, and two tall black wardrobes stand against the wall by the door for you to put your stuff in.
I'm gonna go. I'll pair up with Holland, but I need a lock. I need to knock on Largo's door.
I'm good with sharing rooms.
Largo, Val, you both hear at your door.
Yes? Hello?
Hey, hey Val. I will tell Val everything that I learned before I.
You're gonna do this from outside the door?
As soon as I hear that it's him, I'll go up to the door and kind of open it with a big old woofer around me.
Oh.
Hey there. Mind if I step in real quick? Just need to talk to you.
Well, yeah, Largo's kind of deep in the pits of sleep, but sure.
I'll make it quick and I'll whisper. And then I'll let Val know everything that I heard before I forgot the details.
Holland, would you mind muting your mic when you're not talking? I'm getting a lot of feedback from your end.
I'm sorry, I have it on push to talk. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, that is all very interesting, and that really did sound like a great magic trick. I'm not sure we had to go over it so much, but it sounded impressive.
JR does like the hand sign for like mind blown. It was so cool.
He just goes.
Well, that
All
isn't
right.
to take in. I'll try and mull it all up.
I appreciate it, Val. Thanks for listening.
Hey, anytime.
And I will make my way out.
Okay. Largo has remained asleep this entire time. His snores punctuating your sentences. And you make your way to your room that you're sharing with Holland, who is equally is knocked out.
Cool. Right?
All right, everybody going to sleep?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, JR, oops, JR, Holland, Largo, you all have nice, restful sleep, beautiful dreams. Um, they're so nice, in fact, as you wake up. The real world seems dull and lackluster in comparison. Val, your dreams are conspicuously empty.
I'm actually really, really happy with that. No dreams are better than night.
So is that a long rest?
Yes. Long rest.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna restart Discord.
Okay. Val, this is a good part to take a break, anyways. Val, I think you had taken some max damage, um, some max hit points damage last time. That will no longer be here.
Woo!
You can get your normal max back.
That should be better, hopefully.
Okay. We're just going to take a quick break if you didn't hear that. We'll be back at 7.
Okay.
Okay, my dear. 1 minute. 45 seconds. 40 seconds. Come on, Iron Chef. Good. All right, is
I'm
everybody
back.
back?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah, all right. All right, see you awaken in the morning. As you tromp downstairs, there's no patrons other than Rictavio from the night before, and you see him loading up a handkerchief with a couple apples and a cooked wolf steak, which he wraps up and begins to head out.
I'll let I'll let Largo know what I heard and ask him if he wants to, or if he thinks that we should visit the church first, or if we should go to the winery first.
Well, I'd hate to be in debt to this person when I die, or if I die on accident. So let's take care of this debt first.
Before that, I will note that she did mention it's quite a ways out of town.
Oh yeah, hell no. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, thought that might influence you.
Yeah.
Uh, Before we burn off, let me get directions from her to the winery.
Okay, she will give you directions. It's quite a ways out of town. Let me get your actual directions. W. Okay. Class R. Okay. She'll tell you that you need to leave town and head west. You'll come to, where is everything? Crossroads, and you're gonna want to go northwest from there. Oh, actually, northwest is not good. Sorry, southwest. After going southwest, you'll continue along the road. It'll fork off, but continue on the path you're on until you reach another crossroads. Um, you'll head west on that crossroads and then south, and that'll take you to the Wizards of Wine Winery. Did you get all that?
Generally, yes. I will follow Largo on this one. Let him lead the way.
Before we go anywhere, is there an armory or a forge that we saw when we came into town?
You didn't see one when you came into town.
Okay. While we travel, I'll be looking for one.
You're going back the way you came, since y'all passed the church on the way in, if that's the way you continue to go.
I'll just follow everybody else. But I'd like to visit a forge or somewhere where you can buy weapons.
Okay, so Largo, it looks like you're in charge of this leg of the journey.
So everybody's good with this? Y'all understand what we're getting into?
Sounds good to me. We're all prepared.
Y'all don't have to follow me in here now.
Oh, you just give the word, Largo, and I got your back 100%.
Yeah, we're not going to make you take care of this alone.
I appreciate it, guys, and we'll start marching towards the church.
Okay. Give me just a second. I'm just catching it. Okay. So you make your way back to near the entrance to the village, and this slouching, centuries-old stone church has this bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting pious saints. There's a fence of wrought iron enclosing a garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist seems to creep over the graves.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna bring forth my packed weapon, and since I can create one and I'm proficient with it, I'm gonna bring out a greatsword.
It might be easy to get, split up. Maybe we should all just hold hands to stick together.
I walk into the church.
Okay. As you walk into the church, um, you see it's kind of beautiful in its own little way. It's got pews. There's an altar. Above the altar, there's the now familiar form of a golden sun with beam rays radiating out around it. Um, in one of the pews, there's a woman praying quite profusely, and next to her, a man of the cloth in his robes, kind of just gently patting her on the shoulder. Now, Wilhelmina. It'll be all right. The Morning Lord knows of your faith and will reward you. Ah, but I see we have guests. He gives her one last little pat, not pet, and begins this a very steady walk towards you. What brings you into the house of Saint Andrew?
I seek my family.
Oh, are you expecting to meet them here?
I was told I would find what I seek inside the home of a saint, and I believe you are a saint.
Oh, no, not me. Father Lucian is my name, and I am a humble servant of the Morning Lord. There are lots of uh, churches dedicated to various saints in Barovia. Um, I can only hope that I can help you in your quest. Um, what what made you think this one would be it? How can I help?
The guards told me that this was the church of Saint someone.
Saint Andrew.
Yes, that one.
Yes, we are known far and wide for being a holy place, hallowed ground. Thanks in part to our holy relic, the bones of Saint Markovia, that keeps us safe. As he says this, he's kind of looking around, and his eyes glance back to the woman, Wilhelmina, and he looks at you and he's like, "Come, let me take you to my office." And he'll lead you to the back of the church.
I'll follow.
Your friends are welcome to come as well.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Same here.
Largo.
He takes you back into a very modest-looking office. Really, just a desk and a chair, and that holy symbol you've been seeing. He says, "I might not be able to help you, but perhaps you could help me if you're so inclined."
Well,
Well, to be honest, the bones that have kept our church hollow have been stolen. Uh, I'm not sure the purpose of such a heinous act, but the person I believe who would most likely have witnessed the theft would be our local gravedigger, Milazov. He resides at the orphanage, also provided by St. Andrew. He hasn't been in a couple days. It would definitely shine in the eyes of the Morning Lord if you could return the bones to their resting place.
and where are the resting place?
He kind of doesn't seem like he's gonna answer at first. He's like, "There's a crypt beneath the church where the bones," and I'm gonna correct myself here. I said Saint Mercovia. It's Saint Andral, Andral, that the bones belong to. And there's a crypt that is hidden beneath the church, that the bones reside, keeping us safe. Only I know the passage. At least that's what I thought.
And why would the gravedigger have been the one to see this happen?
Well, he would have been the one that would have been on duty at the time the theft occurred. Like I said, he's probably the most likely person to have witnessed it, though, of course, I am not certain.
And do you know where we might find him? I know you said you haven't seen him, but
He stays at the orphanage, St. Andrew's orphanage, and he'll kind of give you general directions to get there. Was it said he hasn't been in a couple days?
sure, we can check this out.
Oh, praise be to the Morning Lord. I knew when I saw you that you would be the salvation I was looking for.
Can I make an insight check?
Absolutely. It's hard to get a read on him, but he doesn't seem to be holding anything back. In fact, it kind of seems like he's taking a risk on trusting strangers with this. Um, he seems to be very fervent in his faith, um, though there seems to be some kind of underlying sadness there.
Definitely do my best. I shall return.
Thank you, thank you. Morning Lord bless you.
And I'll start heading for the orphanage.
Right behind them.
I'm still following.
Okay, give me just a second. So you approach this building. Um, somewhat on the smaller side. It looks like it was a residential area that got repurposed for the orphanage. Um, and you don't see any children running around. Is the first thing that stands out about this orphanage. But it does seem to be well cared for.
I'll approach the front door.
Okay.
Knock.
Okay. Give me just a second. A woman opens the door and she goes, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Hi, yes, we are here from the church looking for the gravedigger.
Oh, Milyov? He's not
Yes.
feeling well.
Well, I happen to be a healer, and our hope was that I might be able to aid him.
Oh, wonderful. Um, come, follow me.
And I'll follow.
She leads you through this hallway that's wood paneled and dimly lit. The wood floors are old and worn, and the steps of the main staircase kind of sag with age. There's a pile of children's shoes lying by the western wall. Milyov is 5. She leads you to the west side of the house through a living area. The orphanage's main living area features an old couch and a few mismatched stuffed chairs, chests crammed with worn toys, and two small dining tables surrounded by chairs. Three young girls are crowded around a dollhouse in the south part of the room, and an older boy paces the room with a toddler on each hip as he tries to soothe them. You see another old boy and girl playing a game of tag and chase each other around the furniture. And an older girl sits on the couch and reads aloud to four more gathered toddlers. This is a den of chaos and noise, basically. And she's like, pardon me. Sorry, the kids can be a bit rowdy after breakfast. And then she'll lead you to the northwest side. Here, this is Milyov's room. And you can go inside. And she kind of knocks. Milyov, you have some visitors.
Thank you very much.
Anytime. Just ask if you have any questions. I'm the headmistress here, Claudia Belasco. My office is down that way, and she points.
Thank you, Miss Claudia.
Thank you very much. And I'll start into the.
This bedroom is sparsely furnished. The floors are covered with dirt, and an old shovel lies on the ground at the foot of the bed. You see a sickly young man sleeping fitfully in the bed. He's covered in sweat from fever and has a blood-mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow-tinged and deathly pale.
Hello there.
He doesn't respond.
But he does look conscious, right?
No. He looks like he's sleeping fitfully.
Okay, so he is breathing.
You can. He does seem to be moving. If you want to like get closer and make a medicine check, you can definitely do so.
I would very much like to.
That's a very good roll. You investigate him and you're looking him over, and you're thinking no healing or potions is going to fix whatever this is. Whatever this is both magical in nature and not contagious.
Am I reminded of the last priest's son?
No.
Okay.
This seems to be some kind of aura that's affecting him.
About how old is he?
He's definitely on the older end, probably 17.
Well, I'm a halfling, so boy, do you know where the bones are?
He groans and twists as if he's being tormented. Oh.
If I had to guess, this affliction is connected. I need to know.
Oh, he doesn't seem to be able to respond in any way.
Can we search the room?
Absolutely. Um, there's not much to see in here. As I said, it's pretty sparse. Looking around, um, there's nothing under the bed. You check out the shovel. It seems like a shovel, and there's nothing else in here. You can definitely make an investigation check. You knock around on some of the floorboards, checking if any of them are loose. No, no. He's got a pair of boots that are caked in mud by his door. Um, his sheets are sweat stained and twisted, and it seems like he's been here more than a day.
Any thoughts?
I don't know much about medicine or healing.
Nor do I.
I just meant about the whole situation, but yeah.
Uh, uh, I've got nothing to contribute right now.
Is the shovel clean or
No, it's
muddy?
got dirt caked on it. It's not mud at this point.
Is it similar to his boots? Is basically what.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, the dirt seems to be similar from the same source.
I'm gonna take his shovel and start heading back to the church.
Okay. You pass through the room of chaos where the children are continuing their frolicking, and the little girls over at the dollhouse are arguing and pulling on a doll. As you're looking, you see one of the little girls has bruises on her arms.
That would probably bring me to a halt. I'll go over and try to talk to her.
The girls stop fighting as you approach, and one of the girls is victorious with the doll, while the other is uh, sorry. Sorry, my brain is not working tonight, guys. Apologize. While the other sticks her thumb in her mouth. She goes, "Hello." One of the older girls kind of rubs at the little girl's lower back.
And it's just her that seems to have the bruises?
Give me a perception check. Those are the only visible bruises you see, although the girl that's reading to the toddler kind of rubs along her back every now and then, so you think there might be something there.
Hi, those bruises look a little serious. What happened?
She looks at it and she's like, I don't remember.
Can I insight the kid?
You absolutely can. It is.
I have a freaking 5, a +5 in it. This is like been my worst.
You see her little furrowed brow looking at her arm, and she seemed genuinely confused when you pointed that out to her. She's like, she kind of looked at it and she's like, oh, how did those get there?
I only ask because I happen to be a healer, and I may be able to fix that for you.
Oh, okay.
But you don't remember how this happened?
No.
I point out the older girl, and I said, do you think she might remember?
I don't know. I think she
Well,
has
just
a
hang
boo-boo
tight.
too.
Well, just hang tight, and I'll be right back, and I'll go talk to the older girl.
The older girl closes her book as you walk up to her, and she kind of looks, kind of almost hopeful as you kind of look up at her, look down at her, and she's like, "Yes, can I help?"
Perhaps. I noticed that she had some bruising on her arm, and you seem to be favoring your back. I was wondering if you could tell me how this might have happened.
Oh yeah, I got something on my back. I don't remember how I got it, but it has been bothering me, and I asked her about her bruises, and she couldn't remember. I figure she just fell, or one of the other kids was playing rough with her, and she didn't want to sell him out.
And you don't remember your own?
No. She kind of furrows her brow. No.
And you said something. It's like you have something on your back, or is it just hurt?
No, I have something on my back. It kind of hurts. I can't see what it is. I don't know if it's a bruise.
Well, I happen to be in the trade of healing people. Would you mind if I take a look?
No, no, go ahead. and she'll kind of like undo the button right around the area, and what you see is this red, irritated, and distinctly inhuman bite mark.
Um, what was the gravedigger's name again?
Milyov?
Milio? Was that correct?
Yeah, close enough. I don't know how to pronounce
Okay.
it.
There
Milyov.
it is. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Hey, do y'all happen to hang out with Millie very much?
Millie. Oh, you must mean Milyov. No, he hasn't been feeling well for the last couple of days. Um, I mean, he goes to work, so we don't really hang out.
Now, when you say inhuman, it looks like fangs or jagged teeth. Or...
Make a nature check. Give me a sec. Let me see what I can give you. Yeah, there's definitely some like all you know how when human bites they have these blunt marks. Every single one of these look like sharp pinpricks.
So, like something that had jagged teeth, not
Right.
mixed or whatever. Oh,
And not fang marks like you saw on Val when he got bit or she got or they got bit. Sorry, Val. I'm
right.
tired.
Somebody got bit.
So it's like if those fangs were every tooth is what it looks like.
I'm looking for a duration on Eyes of the Grave, but I can't find.
I think it's just an instant ping, so let me look. Yeah, it's just an action, so and it lasts until the end of your next turn, so 6 seconds.
Oh, okay, so it'd just be like a flash of the room, and I'd get the
Right.
sense.
Just a
Okay,
little
I'm gonna go
radar.
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and use it.
You don't get anything in the immediate area.
You think we should check on that Milyov again?
There's not much I can do for him, to be honest, and whatever's ailing him is outside of normal medical means.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe there was bite marks on the little girls, and maybe if he had some as well. Just looking for a pattern, you know?
No, you did look him over pretty well, Largo. You did not see any bite marks. You didn't see any external injuries. Uh, the reddening of the wound lessens. I'm assuming you're casting it on the little girl.
Correct.
Lessens, but it does not close up like you expect it would.
So with that, can I assume it might be connected to Milion?
Yeah, you can make that guess. It doesn't. Yeah, it would seem almost magical to you. This wound.
Like it would have to be to not be healing up, to be outside
Right.
of the effects of my spell.
Absolutely.
Okay. Curious. I do plan to get to the bottom of this. Just keep an eye out for your friends here.
Oh yes, I always watch the younger children. Thank you. That feels a little better. You're a good
Sorry, I
doctor.
couldn't do more. And do I notice the sister anywhere?
The headmistress?
Yeah, Claudia.
No, you don't see her, but she did give you directions to her office.
Let's go visit her.
Okay. Give me a second. So you go back into the main hallway that you came in, and just at the bottom of the stairs, there's a door, and outside of it, there's a little um, plaque that reads Headmistress Claudia Velasco.
You said it's down some stairs.
It's at the there's some stairs that go upwards, but the doors are just at the bottom of the stairs. It's still on the first floor.
Looking down the stairs, Largo would have had a flash of the cellar with the priest's son, and
Sorry,
reminded of.
sorry, the stairs are going upwards. Y'all are at the
Okay,
bottom.
then he's
Sorry.
fine. Then he's fine. All right, I'll go up.
You go up the stairs or to the doors?
Yeah, I'm going up to her office.
Okay, so the door. I'm not describing it well. Sorry. So you're at the bottom of the stairs basically, and the doors are right there, and you're at the door.
Oh, okay, okay. And then there's stairs that go up next to it or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Nah, okay, then I'll just knock on the door.
One moment, please. And you hear the lock turn, and she goes, "Oh, come on in." And she leads you into this relatively modest office. There's bookshelves lining the north wall that appear to contain mostly official documents and volumes. Um, I was just doing some light reading, and you see her tuck a book away. But you um, before she puts it away, you do see it says the title, which says "Beyond the Morning Lord's Sight."
Can I do a flash of Eyes of the Grave again?
You can, and you don't get anything.
Perfect.
How can I help you?
So the prognosis is not great.
Oh
And
dear.
on our way out, I happened to notice that some of the other children had some injuries. I was curious about those.
Oh no. I know. I asked the girls, and they don't tell me. I don't know if somebody's hurting them, and they don't. They're just trying to protect them, or they're afraid. I couldn't get it out of them.
One was bitten by something.
Bitten?
Bitten.
She seems horrified. Uh, she's like, oh, this is this is not good. Oh, I just hope this doesn't.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
I
doesn't
think
what?
she kind of trailed off after it doesn't. I I think I should tell you what's been going on. I I'm afraid there's a spirit or a curse within the orphanage's walls. one of the older boys, Cedric, passed away recently. He had some. She pulls the book out again. She goes, he had some strange runes carved into his bedpost. And I've been trying to figure out what they mean. I, I've been trying to ask the children. I think they know more than they're telling, but of course I'm an authority figure, so they don't trust me. You have my blessing to investigate and inquire with, though not interrogate, the children. And maybe ask them about some of the strange things that have been going on. Perhaps they'll trust you easier than they trust Belasco the bully, as I've heard them call me.
Can you tell me about the strange experience that you know
Well, like I said, after Cedric passed away, he kind of had the same thing that Miliov had, and I've tried to get a healer in here, but nobody really cares about orphans, you know. But I found these runes, and she pulls out a little sheet of paper, and there's various runes that she's kind of copied. Um, I was trying to figure out if maybe there's a spirit or a curse or something that's terrorizing the children.
of? Well, whatever's going on around here, it does seem to be magical in nature.
Mm. I was afraid of that. Uh, Maybe you can ask the children.
I definitely intend.
Please let me know what you find out. I might be strict, but I do love these children.
Can I insight her?
You absolutely can. She does seem concerned, and when she said she loves the children, you kind of see a softening of her eyes, and she seems to be honest about that.
I'll let you know, and I'll start to go back.
Thank you. Okay, so back in this main room, the hallway, you have um, one, two, three, four. Oh, I'm on the wrong floor. You have four doors, or five doors. The office you just came out of, two doors leading to the living area that you had seen the children in, and a door behind the stairs. And of course, the stairs are going upwards. And then there's the front door.
I'd probably just go talk to the kids real quick.
Okay.
Probably to the same girl that I tried to heal.
Okay. She's kind of been, she started her reading back up, and she goes, "Yes. Was there something else?"
Uh, Hi. I I was informed that there's some weird things going on around here. Is that?
Um, no. I mean, well, Cedric just passed away. Mr. Vanderhort just delivered his coffin this morning. She looks real sad. He was really nice. He wasn't that sick before. We just thought it might be a cold or something, and then Mrs. Velasco told us he passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that. And there wasn't anything strange about him. Like, was he acting differently before he?
No, he was kind of lethargic. Like I said, we thought he was just sick. And then, like Milyov, he got bedridden, and then he didn't get back out.
Well, if you remember anything, please do tell me. I really want to help Milyov, and anything you can think of might assist in that.
She nods her head. She's like, yeah, definitely.
And so I'll talk to the group. Do y'all think we should just check out some of the rooms? Maybe go see if the rooms are still on the bedpost?
Uh, if you want, I could ask the kids if they know anything about the rooms. Rooms, runes.
Yeah, by all means, do your thing, man.
I don't know much about runes, but I'll go with you to check it out.
I'll go up to the kids.
Okay. There's quite a few kids, so you have your pick. Same kids?
Yeah, same ones. Hey there. Was wondering if you might tell me a little bit about something we heard earlier.
What did you hear?
Oh, and I don't know everything. That's why I'm just going around asking. Maybe you two smart little kids might know something about it. Um, it was some runes on his
Some
bedpost. I
what?
was wondering if some carvings on Cedric's bedpost.
Some of the little toddlers are kind of looking up at you and doing, what's he talking about? I'm scared.
Oh, sorry. Uh, I'll I would like to do like a small performance
What do you want to do?
to maybe them.
What are you wanting to do?
Let's do some kumbaya.
Kumbaya, morning lord.
Exactly how it's gonna go.
Okay. Um, the kids are kind of. It's really loud in here. So go ahead and make a performance check. But see how many attention you capture. Okay. It's you probably get half the room. The ones that were scared before are kind of they seem to have forgotten about it, and they're just like, yeah, this is nice. But they're not overly enthusiastic.
Well, if there's anything else I can think of, is it okay if I ask you guys? I don't want to seem like I'm trying to pry or.
Y'all are asking a lot of questions. Um, something going on?
Well, well, we heard about your friend Cedric, and it just kind of seemed to, you know, we want to do as much as we can for Milyov.
Mm, they just kind of seem kind of worried now. There's kind of just this worried air over the group.
I will step back and join back up with the group.
So that was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, apparently I'm not too good with kids.
It's alright, man. Not everybody can be. Um, do we want to go check out Cedric's room?
Absolute.
Alright, we'll start checking the room, seeing if we can find Cedric's.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Which way do you want to go? So in this room, y'all came in from 2 doors to the east side of this room. There are 2 doors on the northwest, one of which was Milyov's, and then there's a door on the northeast.
Let's make this easy on ourselves. Hey, do you know where Cedric's room was?
He slept in the boys' dormitory upstairs.
Thank you. And
Okay.
we will head upstairs.
Okay. Upstairs, there are 6 doors. 3 on the western side, 1 on the north, and 2 on either side of the stairs on the east. Most of these doors are wide open. Only the single door at the north end of the hall is closed. There's also a hatch on the ceiling at the southern end of the room, leading to what you presume is the attic. The hallway's only window on the southern wall is broken and boarded up.
Let's go check out the closed door room.
So you open the door.
Yes.
This room is a nursery that contains 3 cribs, a chest of drawers, and an old stuffed chair. 2 babies sleep peacefully in 2 of the cribs, and a teenage girl holds the 3rd baby and gently hums an unknown lullaby. Another young girl sits on the floor and reads quietly.
Do either of the girls look at me?
They look up when you enter, but they don't really jump up or anything.
I would just mouth sorry to them and like quietly shut the door.
Before you do that, looking at the little girl that's reading on the floor, probably age 10, you see visible bruising.
And after the door closes, I'll be like, she had bruises as well? But definitely not Cedric's room.
That's not good.
Man, this is worse than I thought.
You said there was 3 to the west?
Yes.
Let's just go down the line.
Okay, so starting from the north and going southwards?
Correct.
Okay, this is... It seems to be it's empty, let me just say that, but it seems to be a dormitory of some sort. It's got 7 beds in it, and a couple foot lockers, which you see toys spilling out of.
Can we check the beds and see if there's any carvings on any of them?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Can I help?
Sure. So, do you want to make another one, or do you want JR to make one?
He can make his own.
Okay.
Trying to get these guys involved. Eh?
Okay, you do find small runes scratched into one bedpost of each bed. You can't read them, JR?
Okay. You're saying I can't read them, right?
That's right, you cannot read them.
Hey, I noticed on these bedposts. I started finding the runes. It's kind of a pattern, but it's in a weird spot.
I'll take a look at them.
Largo, you can read these runes. And you recognize they're in Abyssal. And they all translate to the same, loosely to the same phrase, dark dreams.
So, this does not seem good. The reason you can't read this, JR, is that's Abyssal.
You know Abyssal?
Of course. And it says dark dreams.
Man, this just gets better and better.
I'm going to give Largo a kind of appraising eyebrow raised look.
Oh, if you think that's interesting, I can read it celestial as well.
That does make me feel a little better.
When did you have time to learn all these languages?
2 years ago during our training.
Some people
Man,
read, while other people just, picked the same string over.
But in case you
I
don't
was going to say
know,
all I did was learn how to play this lute.
uh,
Meanwhile, somebody was learning 2 languages, all this other stuff.
so, in case you don't know, Abyssal is the language of demons.
That is pretty bad.
Indeed.
I actually didn't know that.
And the 3 doors that were on this side, are they all connecting to this room?
No, they seem to be separate.
Okay, let's check the rest of them. Keep going.
Okay. Working your way down into a smaller room that contains 3 beds. A windowsill holds a quartet of small figurines assembled from twigs. That's right, guys. These are Machina. These are Gundams. That's better.
Oh.
Nice. They're weebs.
And that's really the only thing that stands out in here.
Yeah, 3 beds and small figurines.
Do I see the runes on the 3 bed?
Yeah, knowing what you're looking for now, you do find the same runes scratched into one bedpost on each bed.
And I check out the figurines real quick.
Okay. They seem above board. They're just small figurines made from twigs, something that children seem to play with.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. And let's go to the next one.
You work your way into the next room. 4 beds fit snugly into this room. 2 of the beds hold smiling, red-cheeked dolls with straw hair.
And did you say there were beds in this one as well?
Yes, 4 of them.
Of course, I checked those for the same.
And you find the same on each bed.
Going forward, if there's a bed in the room, I'm just gonna check it.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's check the. You said there was 2 to the east.
Yes, 1 north of the stairs, 1 south of the stairs.
Let's check both of those.
Starting with
North.
okay.
Or, well, technically we'd be on the south side at this point, right?
That's correct.
Checking this last room.
Yes. Okay, so this one. Hold on, lost my spot. Um, looking at this one has 5 beds. You find the runes on 4 of the beds,
But not one of them.
but not one of them.
Nothing else stands out in the room.
No, nothing else stands out.
Are the beds marked with identifiers in any way, like a name or anything?
Mm, let me see. You know what? There is. Um, there's a. Hold on. I gotta find it. Uh, so the beds say Laszlo, Hans, Franz, Cedric, and Felix. Felix is the one that is not marked.
Felix is the one that's not marked.
Right.
Okay, and let's go check the other room.
Heading to the north side of the stairs. There's 5 beds in here. Um, each one has the runes scratched into it.
Okay. Do you guys think we should check the attic while we're up here, or are we good?
And I'm really wondering if Miliov's bed has runes on it.
Yeah, no, when we go back down, I was definitely going to check that. I'm just wondering if we should check the attic while we're here.
I definitely think we should check the attic. You never know what's hiding where.
I,
We should also check and see if they have a base.
yeah, I mean, I really guess we.
Well, I won't be able to reach the hatch, so it's up to you guys.
I mean, I'll lead the way.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break before we do. 6 minutes.
Sounds good.
We'll be back at 8:10.
Welcome
here.
back.
I'm here.
Me.
Okay. Give me just a second to get situated. I missed
The
my
talking
deck.
cow.
Okay. Uh, so y'all are still on the second floor right now.
Looking at going into the attic.
Okay. There is a string that you can pull the trapdoor down with if you so choose.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pulling that string.
Val will be chewing their fingernails.
From behind you. Okay. Um, the staircase extends and you're able to climb your way up into this attic. This attic is rather barren of furnishings and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs. There are a few random piles of clutter and a large trunk sits against the west side of the room. At the far end of the room, by the attic's only window, is a small boy sitting in a lone chair, silhouetted by the incoming light.
Excuse me, are you okay?
You see the little boy seems to be carving some wood. And he looks up and he goes, "Yes, I'm fine."
Felix?
He smiles.
When the names were written in the bedposts, was that in Draconic?
No, it was in common. The names were in common.
Okay.
Wasn't Felix the one that's supposed to be dead?
No.
No.
Cedric.
Oh, okay.
However, Felix, Felix was the one that didn't have runes on his bedpost.
So Felix, have you been giving your friends nightmares?
No. You see a locket around his neck, and he kind of brushes it with his hands as he stands up. The knife that he was using to carve hanging loosely in his hand, and what looks like a wooden doll in the other. I didn't give my friends any nightmares.
Have you been trying to
So,
do anything to your friends?
He kind of blinks and takes a minute to answer, and he goes, "No, I haven't done anything to my friends."
what about the bedposts?
I didn't do anything to any bedposts either. He's smiling big now.
Felix, do you know who did?
Yeah, I know. He kind of like his gaze is kind of wandering off, like he's not interested in you anymore. He's kind of disinterested in this conversation.
If I follow his gaze, do I see anything?
No, he's just looking away from you, really, not really looking at anything.
After looking and seeing nothing visually, like, whoo,
Who's making all of the runes, Felix?
Not Felix.
But who is?
He doesn't answer. He doesn't even look at you.
I think he knows, he's just not telling us.
You see his finger rubbing on the hilt of the knife he's holding, just kind of back and forth.
I'll walk up to him a little bit and say, "Would you pretty please tell me with a cherry on top?"
As you get closer to him, his hand kind of tightens on the knife. He's like, Felix didn't do it.
Did the locket do it?
This ugly look kind of comes over his face. And he just looks away from you.
I'm kind of guessing it's the locket.
Let's back off for now and let's go talk to Miss Claudia.
Yeah. So, sounds good.
Felix is innocent. He didn't do it. He just wants to make his dolls.
I really don't want to hurt a kid, so I'm going to follow.
As
I'm
you
gonna
say
start
that,
here.
he kind of chuckles in derision. Just like,
I also don't believe that he's in his right mind.
and his.
How about we stop talking in front of him and go talk to Miss Claudia?
Sounds like a good idea. I'll follow.
Yeah, and his
Val is
chuckles
already
kind of.
way down at
Thank you, Val.
All the way at Miss Claudia's room.
He's like,
No,
I
no,
left
nope,
this
nope,
city
nope, nope.
hours ago.
No, I'm too skittish to go that far. Who knows what could happen, but I'm definitely not that addict.
Latrius has left the campaign.
And before I go into her office, I would like to check Millie's room for room.
Okay. You go into Milliolf's room and let me see. Let me see. Let me see. You don't see any runes on his bed.
Very well, and we'll go to Claudia's office.
One moment, please. And she comes back and she's kind of brushing her hair off of her face. Oh,
As we're
sorry. Go ahead.
as we're waiting, Val's like, "Man, I don't know how I feel about all this. I really don't want a kid."
She opens the door. She kind of brushes her hair back and she's like, "Oh, come on in."
I'll step in. So we met Felix.
Oh, poor boy. He hasn't been quite right since his parents passed away.
And when was that?
Oh, well, before he came to the orphanage. He's. Hold on. Lost my spot. Um, he, they, they died to some werewolves. Um, probably about a year ago, and I think he hasn't been right since. I think he went a little mad. You know, I was told he was there to see it when it happened.
Was he injured in any way?
Um, from what I was told, he was hidden, and it wasn't until a day later that somebody found him when he started crying. Uh, so I don't know if he was injured. If he was hidden, I wouldn't think so.
Right, right. So, I'm gonna give you some of the pieces of the puzzle. Hopefully, you can help us piece it together. We checked the kids' beds, and have you noticed the runes on all of the kids' beds?
No, I only looked at Cedric's. I was gonna try to figure out what they meant.
It's actually a phrase written in abyssal.
Yeah, and now that you're kind of looking at her card markings that she copied, it wasn't copied as well as it should have been, and it wasn't in the right order, which is why you couldn't read it before.
Fair enough. It says dark dreams.
So, do you think there is a spirit that's haunting the children?
Felix doesn't have any on his bed.
Oh, was he?
The
Who
only bed.
else? Who else didn't have? I'm sorry, you said his was the only one?
Well, up there, upstairs anyway. We haven't checked anywhere down here. We did check Millie Volge's room, and his doesn't have it.
Oh, so you're saying okay?
I do notice that Felix has a knife.
A knife? Oh, that
Yes,
won't do.
He was carving a doll when we.
Well, did you take it from him? The children aren't supposed to have knives. I don't let the children have knives.
Uh, well, we wanted to talk to you first because Felix Felix seems to be having some issues.
I don't think he would hurt the other children. He's a little
When when my
touched.
friend JR here, yes, when my friend JR here approached him, he gripped the knife, almost threatening.
Well, maybe he was. And no offense, maybe you intimidated him a little bit. You are a tall fellow.
What about a locket? He keeps rubbing a locket that's around his neck. Is that from his parents, or do you not know where it came from?
She thinks for a minute. I don't remember him having any locket.
Well, he also seemed to know who did do it. He said he didn't, but he said he did seem to know who it was. This is your place. We didn't want to overstep our bounds, so before we did anything, I wanted to come talk to
Yes, I can understand. Well, um, I really don't think Felix would hurt anybody. Like I said, he's not all there, but he's still a sweet guy. Niliyov's been taking care of him, kind of took him under his wing since he's been here, and um, they always seemed very close. Um, Miliyov was the only one that could get him to laugh. I, I don't think he could have hurt anybody. It might just that might just be. It's clear to you that she's trying to rationalize this, and it doesn't. Yeah.
Would you care to come talk to him? Maybe get the knife from him?
Yeah, I can do that. Where did you say you found him?
In the attic.
Well, that's just strange. The kids know they're not allowed in the attic. Okay.
The attic was also closed.
It's supposed to be closed.
I was trying to figure out how he got up there and closed it at the same time. He is but a child.
Well, I mean, that's not hard. You just pull the stairs up and it closes.
Yeah. Once you're up there, it's easy enough to close them. Let's go. Let's go talk to Felix.
Thank you. Let's.
Okay. So she'll lead her way up to the attic, and she's gonna pull the stairs back down. She's gonna, Felix, Felix, our friends here say you have a knife. Did you take that knife from the kitchen? And she's talking as she's climbing up. And I assume y'all climb up behind her.
Yes. I'll be
Yep.
following her.
You see Felix is kind of pacing at this point, the knife kind of shaking. He's kind of like a nervous tick, how you keep doing repetitive motions. This is what he's doing with his hand, just up and down and up and down. And he's like kind of pacing in a circle as he does this. Felix, sweetie, you need to give Miss Blasco the knife. And you all kind of watch as wispy bits of shadow begin to exude from Felix's skin,
Largo just screams, I knew it!
coming off of him in this visible aura of evil. His eyes go solid black. Shadows begin to coalesce around his fingers, forming solid black claws. And then he looks at you and he grins, and his teeth are all razor sharp.
Oh no, poor child.
Is that initiative?
It sure is.
Maybe we can talk him down.
And Miss Velasco lets out a scream as she sees this.
Move, ma'am. We shall try and protect.
Largo, you knew this. You knew it was coming.
The devil child, devil child, devil child.
I can only select 3, so that's me, JR, and Falad.
Okay, so y'all all get 5 JR, Largo, and Valadris get 5 temporary hit points. And it increases your max during this duration. Whoa, what happened? Um, I don't think this is right.
Yeah, I was wondering why I went first, honestly.
I think it accidentally skipped you, Holland and Val. So if y'all want to go first, Holland, you would be first.
If I am able to go, I will. If I can, as a free action, we should try and knock him unconscious, and then I will use my action to make my sword appear, and I will move up within 5 feet of him and hex him.
And what are you hexing for?
Oh, sorry, I don't have hex. Never mind. I'm just gonna end my turn within 5 feet.
Okay. Val.
I am just going to run up and non-lethal damage, start boxing.
Okay.
Oh, just a point of order. Whenever I brought out my sword, it's a great sword.
Yeah, you said that earlier. Okay, so Val, you're running up in your shirt trying to hit him with your staff?
No, I'm using my fist, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to do non-lethal.
Okay. You connect.
I'm sorry, it kind of cut out.
I'm sorry, I said you do connect with that. And your fist hit into the body of this child, and bits of his flesh slough off. And,
Ugh.
yeah. And as you're watching, more and more bits are sloughing off, and it's revealing a creature beneath.
Oh boy.
And this creature is fiendish looking. Um, and another new I can't talk today. Sorry, guys. Another thing you notice is that your fists aren't making much of an impact.
My fist or what? I'm sorry?
Not making much of an impact.
Ah, okay.
Don't monks second attack, since they use it as a bonus action, don't they add their damage modifier?
I think it's only for flurry of blows that I don't have to worry about not adding the modifier and all. I think standard dual wielding means you don't add your bonus to damage on the second attack.
Though you're not using a weapon.
He's
That
not
has the
using it
like.
as a well, yeah, you're right. He's not using bonus action. Yeah, when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or monk weapon on your turn, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So I'd say you do add it.
So then it would be +3 to that.
Okay, so 6 altogether.
I appreciate that. I wasn't really sure. I just didn't want to overdo it. I'd rather always like leave out some damage just in case, rather put it on when it's not merited.
You're welcome. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't firing all cylinders.
Yeah, thank you, Holland. Perfect. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay,
You're welcome.
so that finishes Val's turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which then brings us to this creature, which I did post a picture in important info if you need to look at that. But only if you want nightmares.
Oh, thanks. I looked at it first. Like I posted the picture. Don't look if you don't. Oh, jeez, Jeremy, really?
Oh, jeez. It's always Jeremy. And it's gonna reach out with his claws. And Val's the only one that's been attacking him so far, so he's gonna go for Val.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
for 13 slashing damage. And then you see that the knife is no longer in his hand. It's down at the ground as these claws are elongating. And he looks out over at you and he goes. And just makes this inhuman noise. Okay, that would have brought us to Largo's turn, which brings us to the headmistress's turn, who is going to scream and attempt to run down the stairs, removing herself from combat. JR.
I'm just gonna go all in and cast Dissonant Whispers. This kid's going down. I'm gonna need a.
Do you want to type that in, like cast, exclamation point, cast, Dissonant Whispers? So I can see it. Please. Awesome. So wisdom save.
At level 2.
Check.
I'll roll one more d6.
13, so it saves.
Let me add 1d6
What's the d6?
for the level 2.
Oh.
So 5 damage total.
It's more than 5, isn't it? Isn't that
It
6?
should be 9.
But he passed, so it's only half.
Yeah, but
But
8 plus 5 is
that's
13. Divided by 2 would be 6.5.
Okay, no, you're right. You're right.
Okay. So he'll take 6.
And then I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration Val.
Okay. So Val, you have a d6 to add to any d20 roll that you can use one time within the next minute.
huzzah!
Holland, back to the top.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hit him with my blade. Non-lethal is what I'd like to try and do.
Okay. So you hit him with the flat of your blade. Maybe.
So here's my attack.
That will hit.
It didn't add the right thing. It's supposed to be a +6 to hit. And let me check the plus. And it's add 3 to the damage, so that's 12 damage magical. And then I believe that ends my turn.
Wait, I have a question. Where are you getting the +3?
I have it as my packed weapon, and it's my pactive blade, and it's my hex blade.
I only see that you get a +2, not a +3.
I have it as my packed and hex weapon. I have it marked on my sheet as both. It says I have a +6 to hit, and then I roll 2d6 +4.
When you say your hex weapon, what do you mean?
The hex blade has an ability where they change their weapon to their charisma modifier for damage and to hit.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay. It wasn't marked on your sheet, right? So I've got it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Thank you for clearing that up. It wasn't
Yeah.
showing up
I
right
think
on my
my
side.
sheet needs to be read.
Okay. All right.
Let me
So
end my turn.
that was 12 damage total.
Yes, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, as a free action, I'm going to draw one of my short, and then I am going to lay into it.
Crit! So double the damage dice.
Nice.
Okay.
And then bonus action, flurry of blows.
Okay. So you kind of slice into him. His skin kind of seems to resist your sword, and then you bring up your empty hand and just go pop pop.
And I'm going to use the bardic inspiration on this first hit.
Okay. That's a 21 to hit. But a 10. 10, he catches it in his hand and laughs as he throws it away.
All right, but for the open hand technique, since I used flurry of blows, he has to do a DC 13 Dex check or prone.
Let's see, let's see, let's see. He's good. And it's his turn.
He's good.
He goes. Largo, you're really the only one that understands what he's saying at this point. He goes, I'll take you all with me. I wasn't serious before, but now. Kind of licks his razor sharp teeth, and says, now I'm hungry. And he's going to try to bite Val. Okay, so you're going to take 18 piercing damage. And your charisma score is down by 1.
And I'm unconscious.
He shudders and he goes, he's gonna drive his claws into Val's chest, giving him 2 failed death saves.
Does a 15 hit?
It does. Not especially good.
As a grave cleric, I can do it from 30 feet away, so I do it from right where I'm.
Okay, so he is stable.
And I did do that correct, right? I can do 2 spells as long as one is a bonus action and a cantrip.
Right. One has to be can't be higher than a cantrip, and of course you got the action and the bonus action.
Perfect then. That's my turn.
All right, JR.
All right, here it comes again. I'll leave this one at level 1.
Okay, he gets a 12, which is a fail. Granted, there is a window behind him, so he can't go far.
And then I will Bardic Inspiration Largo.
It's 11.
I believe I have advantage on this attack.
Yes, because wait, no, I think so.
Yes, it's the next attack.
Okay, yeah, his wasn't. JR's wasn't attack.
Because it's a save, no, it doesn't count.
Okay,
It's the next attack, so
yeah.
he will have a.
So yes.
That would just be a 15. I believe a 15 just hits.
It does.
And then another 12 damage.
Okay.
Magical.
Okay.
Yeah, Rebecca, for your clarification, it says attack roll.
Yeah, I just looked
And
at
so
that.
it's.
Thank you. Val is stable, so he doesn't have to do anything. This guy did have to move a little bit, so he's not up on Val anymore, so he's gonna go for Holland. Okay.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Alright, you're gonna take 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you're gonna lose 2 charisma points. As he bites into you. And then he slashes at you with his claws, hissing.
Just barely doesn't hit.
Bringing us back to Largo.
Can I get to Val without an opportunity attack?
Yes, because JR made him move away. You have a path.
Ignore that and take 11 points.
Because you're unconscious.
Correct. And whenever I heal an unconscious person, to take max.
To me? Woo!
That's like
Correct.
all his HP.
Noise.
JR.
How's this little thing?
He ain't looking good.
And he's on the opposite side of the room, right?
Yeah, he's kind of backed into a corner.
Exactly where I need him.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and cast sleep on him.
Let me see. All right. His eyes begin to droop. And he kind of gives a last little. Oh, wait. Does he have to make a save? It's just hit points, right?
I think it's just hit points.
From what I'm reading here, it's just hit point.
It's just
Okay.
hit points.
And you're trying to not get your allies in this, I assume?
Right.
Okay. Okay. He falls asleep.
Woo!
Is there a reason y'all are trying to save this creature?
Trying to save him. I'm trying to save our asses. Heal up. I can't hold this forever.
I've been doing lethal since the first attack.
No, your first attack was non-lethal, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ever since I've been doing lethal.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Oh, shit. Holy goddamn shit.
I definitely think we could try and take that necklace off him.
And Val's gonna kind of get up and spit out some blood and say, "Its skin fell away. I don't think it's the child anymore. We need to put this to rest forever."
Agreed.
I do agree. Though I think taking that locket off may help.
Could I go and do that?
Let me see.
Are we essentially out of rotation right now?
No.
Then I believe the initiative needs to be passed.
Yeah, you can get up there and. Because sleep's an action, right, JR?
Yeah, sleep's an action.
So you can get up there.
Then I'll use movement.
Yeah. Holland.
Okay, if no one took off the necklace, I'm gonna try to take it off.
Hold on. Okay, you take the locket off.
Okay, I'll pocket it, and then if no one says I shouldn't, should I attack him?
I think taking the locket takes an action.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will end my turn.
Okay. Val.
I'm going to step forward, raise my sword, and give it what I've got.
Okay, I believe you automatically crit on an unconscious being.
Sounds right to me. Do it to it.
Okay, so
And
you have
then,
advantage on the to hit, and then if you hit, you crit. So go ahead and roll to hit with advantage.
good deal, gotcha.
Okay. So that was your crit damage, right?
Yes, and then I'm using Flurry of Blows for the second time.
Okay. With advantage. Oh wait, no, because as soon as you pop him, he wakes up. So you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I figured. So here's
But
the second
he's still
attack.
prone. He's still prone, so he gets the advantage.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
not the crit.
Why not?
Oh, hey, good point.
All right. So that'll hit, but it will not crit.
And then my second attack, which is still at advantage, right?
Yes. He hasn't had a chance to get up. Yup. Fucking bullshit. Ah, there's my tea. Only these were doing full damage. Those would have been great. Now it's his turn. And he's pissed. Holland has the locket, right?
Yes, I do.
And you
Got
step
the locket in his
away, or did
pocket.
you stay there?
Nope, I stayed within 5 feet.
Okay, he's attacking you. And he crits for 24 damage.
Unconscious.
You're going to
Oh
lose
my
another 2
God.
charisma points.
Okay. Just so you know, I am, let's see, 7 over the health that I have. So 17 more, and I'm dead.
It doesn't work like that. There's not negative hit points. You only really have to count at that if it hits your
Okay.
max. So don't worry. What you have to worry about right now is death saves. And
Okay.
you're gonna take 2 of them.
Okay.
And he is just like blood and spit is just foaming out of his mouth as he's trying everything in his power to destroy Holland at this point. Bringing us to Largo.
Dexterity saving throw.
And what is it from? Okay.
Oh, never mind. It actually comes up. There you go.
Thank you. Okay.
He saves, so nada. And then I'll use my bonus.
All right, and you cast Spare the Dying on Holland, who is stable now. JR. His little reaction.
Just reading something really fast. Okay, and you said this thing looks pretty bad?
Yeah, really bad. Bits of the skin that's supposed to be there are falling off now. As evidenced by the gaping wounds.
I want to try something, but
Never know unless you try.
Do it.
I know, but it's kind of a waste of a spell slot.
But do it.
Okay.
What are you suggesting?
I'm gonna suggest that you leave that little boy's body right this instant. Wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm looking at something. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, that's kind of asking a lot from this creature.
Your spell doesn't seem to do anything.
So y'all just heard JR persuade him to try and leave, and that was about it.
And this thing just goes.
It was worth a shot.
Uh, wait, Largo, do you still have my bardic inspiration, or did you spend it?
I'm pretty sure he still has it.
I still have it.
Can I dish out more than one at a time?
How many do you have?
Three tops. I've got one more.
Yeah, you can dish out as many as you have. I think.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it doesn't matter. You just can't stack it on the person.
All right. Then I will bonus action bardic inspiration on Val
Okay.
because I don't think Holland is conscious, right? He's still...
No, he is unconscious. Though stable.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Holland can't hear you. He's busy. Please leave your message after the tone. Alright, and he is unconscious.
So, my death saving throw.
No, you're stable. He spared the
No, you're
dying, so you
stable.
don't have to do anything.
Oh. Then never mind.
It's Val's turn, and Val's gonna use that bardic inspiration to fuck up a demon. Sort of.
Can I
This is
use
not
Lucky to
doing
reroll
much.
weapon damage?
I think it's only for d20s. Let me look at the feat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lucky is.
It has to be an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw.
Well, that's okay, because I'll just bonus action Flurry of Blows it.
Nope. Yup. That's 2, Val.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, so you drive your fist into this creature's breadbasket, basically, and the darkness around this room shudders before erupting into an otherworldly, echoing scream that fades as the demon's body sloughs off into a puddle of gray ooze.
Gross.
Val's gonna be kind of breathing heavy, flick the blade of their sword so that way the blood comes off, and then sheath it, and then look down and give kind of a little bit of a meat/screech, and like try to start drawing their shirt together because there's a giant hole down the front where its claws ripped.
All right. So you watch Val pull off this really badass move and destroy this thing that's been kicking y'all's butts, and then you watch them devolve into like ah. Y'all are out of initiative, so Largo, you go up and you touch Holland and restore 7 hit points to him.
11.
Sorry, 11.
Thank you.
His eyes pop open and he goes, "Thank you." Little bit of blood comes out.
So where the demon has disintegrated or whatever, there's no kid.
Nope. Though you're welcome to stick your hand into the ooze if you'd like.
If you don't, I will.
I've got a healing word ready for you if you go down.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find something in the ooze.
All you find is disgust. It is horrifying.
Ugh. Well, I guess we tried.
I guess it tried too. Uh-huh. Maybe we should go talk to Claudia.
I think so. Also, I think we should get a bucket and a mop.
Y'all probably don't remember, so I'm going to bring up there was also a trunk in here, as well as the knife
Oh
and
yeah, the
window.
chest.
Oh, can I open the locket?
Okay, so you pull up the you pull out the rusty tin locket, and it's you open it, and inside is an engraving. Let me see. Oh, you can
Can I
read it.
read it?
I was looking. Hold on. Okay, so yes, you can read it, and it says, "In Celestial, let darkness hide from the gaze of the light."
Interesting. I'll put the locket back in the pocket.
Okay.
Did you say you put the locket on?
No, in my pocket.
Oh.
Though I was thinking about it, but I decided to put it in the pocket.
Yeah, much better choice.
Because I was gonna shoot you.
I don't have anything ranged, but I was gonna shoot you.
No, I totally have short bow.
Oh, that's
Totally.
right. You did use that last time.
Yeah. And a dagger. Daggers are ranged. It's not really shooting,
I
but
was gonna
Yeah, hard to
say.
shoot someone with a dagger.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you with this dagger. All you need is a really big slingshot. All right, what are y'all doing?
well, Largo, do you want to do the honors and open that chest?
Sure. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay. Inside the chest, you see a corpse, mauled and drained of its blood, of a young boy, and small humanoid bones that look like they've been gnawed on.
Found Felix.
It is important to note that the exsanguinated corpse does not look like the Felix that was presented earlier.
Okay, I just assumed. There's a body in here.
Well, think we should close it up and get it ready for Claudia so we can maybe bury it.
Do they look like saintly bones?
They look like small humanoid bones that have been gnawed on.
Well, we might be able to return those bones then.
Let's go talk to Claudia.
Yes, I think we should talk to Claudia.
I'll gather the bones, but leave the body in the chest.
Okay.
And we're going to go find Claudia.
You make your way downstairs.
Yep.
As you make your way downstairs, at the bottom of the stairs, you remember there were two doors to the west where that led to the living area. Kind of clutching the doorway to one of the doors, um, you see Milyov. He looks like like a fever has just broke, and he goes, "Oh, what happened? Who are you?" And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
We survived another day.
Dun, dun, dun.
Barely.
Largo's just happy he actually helped somebody for once.
I'm pretty happy that I survived.
That was kind of a scary encounter.
No,
It was
I
a
was
rough
gonna
one.
go to my dying breath.
And y'all are going to level up.
Woo! Woo!
Yes.
Ooh, wrong way.
Well,
One level in barbarian. Here I come.
since you already know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna roll my hit die real quick.
Okay.
Well, that hurts.
And if you're straight classing, you get to. This is the level that you get to choose an ability score or a feat.
Yes.
But if you're multi-classing, you don't.
Oh my gosh, I think this is the first time that's ever happened. Max hit points.
Oh wow. I think that is the first time.
I think it is. I think the highest you've ever rolled is like one above median.
Exactly. I am a
Yeah.
powerhouse right now.
Y'all are
Check that out.
beastly, especially you, Val. 2 crits and a max hit die.
No kidding.
I think you should go buy a lotto ticket.
I'm feeling myself.
Those insight rolls,
All except one was pretty decent. One of them was just bad.
I gotta say, I'm like really impressed by Grave Cleric.
Yeah, y'all have some pretty cool features, especially at low levels.
No kidding. Grave Cleric is really, it's really doing some work.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't do it. My Channel Divinity. If I'd have used it, the next attack, he would have been vulnerable to that damage, so he would have taken double.
Nice. That would have been good because he was resistant. Well, good game, guys. I will see you
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday.
See you later. Y'all the best.